Welcome. I'm here to tell you a story. Get ready for an adventure unlike any other, where emotions run deep and unexpected twists await around every corner. Grab your headphones, get comfortable, and let's dive into a world where love, betrayal, and heartache collide. Trust me, you won't want to miss a moment of this journey. Are you ready to experience a story that'll stay with you long after it ends? Let's go.
The rain poured heavily as Sophia sat in the dimly lit cafe, staring at her untouched cup of coffee. The bitter aroma filled the air, but she couldn't bring herself to drink. She had been waiting for 30 minutes, her heart pounding with a mix of anticipation and dread. Ethan's text had come out of nowhere, dredging up memories she had spent years trying to bury. She hadn't seen him in 3 years, not since the night everything fell apart. The cafe door swung open, and there he was. Ethan stepped inside, his coat dripping wet, his dark hair plastered against his forehead. His eyes scanned the room until they landed on her. For a moment, he hesitated, standing frozen in the doorway, as if unsure of his welcome. Then he walked over, pulling out the chair across from her. "Thanks for coming," he said softly, his voice carrying the weight of 1,000 unspoken words. Sophia stared at him, her jaw clenched. "You said you had something to explain. Start talking." Ethan sighed, running a hand through his damp hair. He looked older than she remembered, his face lined with exhaustion. "I know I don't deserve this chance, but I need you to hear me out. I never meant to hurt you. What happened back then? It wasn't what you think." Sophia leaned back in her chair, crossing her arms. "You think 3 years of silence and one vague text asking to meet will erase everything? You think you can just waltz back into my life and expect forgiveness?" Ethan's jaw tightened. "I don't expect forgiveness, Sophia. I just want you to know the truth." For a moment, neither spoke. The tension between them was thick, the sound of rain outside filling the silence. Finally, Ethan reached into his coat pocket and pulled out a small, weathered envelope. He slid it across the table. Sophia hesitated, her fingers hovering over the envelope. Something in his expression, a mix of regret and desperation, made her pick it up. Inside was a photograph of a young girl, no older than 3. Her curly brown hair and striking hazel eyes were hauntingly familiar. On the back, a date was scrawled in messy handwriting, 3 years ago. Sophia's breath hitched. "Who is she?" "Her name is Lily," Ethan said, his voice trembling. "She's my daughter." Sophia felt as though the ground had been ripped out from under her. "Your daughter?" "Ethan, what are you talking about?" Ethan's shoulders slumped. He looked like a man carrying the weight of the world. "That night, the night I left, I got a call. It was from Anna." "Anna?" Sophia's eyes narrowed. "Your old friend Anna? The one you always swore was just a friend?" "Yes," Ethan admitted. "She was in trouble, Sophia. She needed help, and I didn't know who else to turn to." His voice cracked as he spoke. "What I didn't know, what she didn't tell me until I got there, was that I had a daughter. Anna had kept her a secret from me, afraid of what might happen if I knew." Sophia's mind raced as she tried to process his words. "You left me. No explanation. No goodbye. Just vanished into thin air. Do you have any idea what that did to me?" "I do," Ethan said, his voice filled with regret. "And I hate myself for it. But Anna was dying, Sophia. She had no one else, and I couldn't just abandon Lily." Sophia's hands shook as she gripped the photograph. She wanted to scream at him, to tell him that no excuse could ever justify the pain he caused her. But as she looked into his eyes, she saw something she hadn't expected: raw vulnerability. "Why now?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. "Why are you telling me this after all this time?" Ethan leaned forward, lowering his voice. "Because I need your help." Sophia stared at him in disbelief. "Help? With what?" Ethan hesitated, glancing around the cafe as if worried someone might overhear. Then he said, Lily's in danger. Anna had debts, serious ones. The people she owed have been threatening us. I've tried to keep Lily safe, but I can't do it alone anymore. Sophia's heart raced. She wanted to tell him to leave, to fix his problems on his own. But deep down, she knew she couldn't walk away. Where is she now? With a friend, Ethan said. But I don't know how much longer we can stay hidden. I need to end this, Sophia, and I need someone I can trust to keep her safe. Sophia shook her head, her expression hardening. Trust? You broke mine, Ethan. How can you expect me to trust you again? Ethan looked at her, his eyes pleading. I don't expect it, but I'm asking anyway. The storm outside intensified as Sophia sat in silence, her thoughts swirling. Then, against her better judgment, she stood up. Take me to her. Ethan's eyes widened in surprise. You'll help? Sophia met his gaze, her voice firm. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it for her. But don't think for a second that this means I've forgiven you. Ethan nodded, his face a mix of relief and regret. Thank you. The drive to Lily's location was tense. Ethan explained more about Anna's debts, how she had borrowed money from dangerous people to cover medical bills and keep Lily safe. When Anna passed, those debts didn't disappear. Now, they were coming after Ethan and Lily. Sophia couldn't stop thinking about the little girl in the photograph. What kind of life had she been living? And what kind of man had Ethan become in the years since he left? When they arrived, Sophia's heart sank. The house was small and run down, its windows boarded up. Inside, a woman in her 60s greeted them cautiously. She's in the back, the woman said, leading them to a small bedroom. Lily was sitting on the floor, playing with a stuffed rabbit. When she looked up, Sophia felt a pang in her chest. Lily's eyes were wide with curiosity and fear. Ethan knelt beside her. Hey, sweetheart, he said gently. This is Sophia. She's a friend. Lily studied Sophia for a moment, then offered a shy smile. Sophia crouched down, her voice soft. Hi, Lily. It's nice to meet you. For the first time, Sophia realized the enormity of what Ethan was facing. This wasn't just about broken trust or unresolved feelings. It was about protecting an innocent child. But as she looked at Ethan, she couldn't ignore the question gnawing at her. Could she ever truly forgive him? And if she couldn't, how could they move forward together to keep Lily safe? One thing was clear. The road ahead would be anything but easy. But for Lily's sake, Sophia
Thank
knew
you
she
so
had
much
to
for
try.
joining me on this emotional journey. I hope this story resonated with you and sparked some powerful emotions. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an unforgettable story like this. Your support means everything, and I can't wait to share more with you soon. Until next time, take care, and remember, love is never as simple as it seems.